right, welcome back, everybody. Carolina Keith, Professor Keith, whatever, just Keith. Let's skip all the pleasantries, shall we? And just get off into the charts. Things look absolute liquid ass. Rather not bullcrap you about it. So let's get off into it. Welcome to Crypto Before Dark. If you would please go hit the like button. If you're on X, YouTube, or Rumble, shout out to Rumble, shout out to X. Go hit the like button and repost this so everybody else can see what you see, right? Drop us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. I'm sorry things are so shit. I can't do anything about it. It's an absolute murder scene out here, and I wish things would get better, but they haven't. They just haven't. They continue to get worse and worse, and we'll talk about it now here in a moment. And if you haven't subscribed, please, man, go hit the subscribe button. It costs absolutely nothing to follow us on X. We're approaching 17,000. Will we get there? I don't know, man. The X algorithm changed or something, and no one's hardly even looking anymore. It's as if I can't talk about anything but one thing, and if I talk about anything else, the algorithm gets thrown off. You guys know I love the Hornets. I love my Carolina Panthers. You can see the Hornets and the Panthers jerseys hanging up behind me. I love my Tar Heels. I love my Atlanta Braves. Those are Atlanta Braves hats right there on top of the hi-hat on the drums. I fiddle around on the drums a little bit. I haven't played in a while. I've been a little bit too depressed. And I bought a monitor for the wife and haven't thrown the box away yet. Been saving the box. I don't know why. Stupidity, but whatever. If I share anything other than crypto stuff, it's as if my algorithm just goes crazy. So I don't know, man. There's work to be done there. So anyway, we're here. Let's talk about it. First thing I want to dive into, and I'll get it pulled up here so that we can all see it together. And I'll pull up the liquidity levels too. I've got Bitcoin's daily chart on the map here for us so we can see it, right? I'm going to slide this over. This is CoinGlass. And here's the link for anyone who doesn't have it. I'll copy. And I'll post it in all three. Oh, wrong button. I'll post it in all three of our different places where we're streaming. There's YouTube. That's the link for what I'm looking at right here. Here you go, Rumble. Appreciate you guys watching over there on Rumble. And X. Here you guys go. This is a link to the Coinbase map that kind of shows you where the liquidations are. What are liquidations? Well, liquidations are where a bunch of idiots put a bunch of very high leverage trades in together. And when they do that, we can monitor every single trade. We can see them all come in. And what you see here is an aggregate of those trades put together. The yellow and the orange are the most degenerate trades. All right. The pink and the blue are the less degenerate, still leverage. So they're not as likely to get taken out as the yellow and orange are, but the yellow and orange are still likely to get targeted. The red line is the current price. Got that? Current price. On the left are the longs, and on the right are the shorts. What do you see as a problem, folks? You tell me, because I can tell you what the problem is. We got way more shorts than we do longs. This is on a one-day time frame right now. About $1 billion in shorts and about 15 million in longs. How about 7-day? You can click this little drop down right here and go to 7. Oh boy, look at how many shorts we've got over here. Now look at how many longs we've got over here. Hardly any left, right? As a matter of fact, if we go back to the one-day real quick, you'll note that the yellow and the orange sort of run out at about 105, 104 and a half, 105. All right, purplish right there goes to about 1025. If we go to the 7-day, you'll see something similar. Got spikes right here to 105 and a half. I got a spike right here to about 104 and a half. And the blue and purple are kind of bunched up, and they start to get over what we call the curve, the yield curve. Over the red zone right here and over the green zone are the likely targets. There's a little bit of a peak right here at 100,000, and there's a peak over at 102. Rough. 30 days, about the last 30 days worth of longs and shorts. Oh, Keith, you're looking too low. Look, zoom out. Fine. Here you go. Here's zoomed out. Similar story. 103 and a half. I got spikes up right here at 101 and a half, and then about 100, 98, 97. There's longs all through here, and they really started to degen up at about 103. All right. Great. Here's the same thing on the chart with horizontal lines. These dashed lines represent those levels that I just showed you drawn on the chart. It's a little easier to see. All right. Obviously, you might need that box out, right? Obviously, the red candles are pointing down. The green candles are pointing up. All the red lines that you see right here represent all of the shorts that have piled in. And the green lines, well, that's the longs. What do you see, folks? Not a lot of green lines, are there? Exactly. Which is horrible for us. It's nothing but sell pressure and sell volume across the map. As you look over here to the right. Oh, look. There's one green, Navi. Oh, look. Aurora is up 160%. Figure that one out. I can't. You guys tell me what's going on there. Well, it's the news, Keith, clearly. Okay, fine. 160% while everything else is down across the board. Shoo, all of them gone. Very wild stuff here. We have 1 day left and 4 hours to fix the monthly chart, which we'll get to in a moment. The weekly chart still has a few days, but doesn't look so good. Things look grim right now at the moment. As a matter of fact, the last two levels of longs are still right here on the chart. That's 105.5, 104.5, and right here is about 100.5. Call it 100. Drop down to the 4 hour. You can see what we're being targeted here. Essentially everywhere we had a change in direction where we had some closes and some candles reversed, that's where the longs and shorts piled in. And since they went up right here, this was a long level where they all jumped in. And as you see right here where we piled in on these shorts over and over and over again, all those create short liquidation levels. So if the price were to go up here, it would wipe shorts out. And if the price goes down, it wipes out the longs. Now, here's the kicker. This is the part that's hard for people to grasp. When there are no longs left, well, the bears start to get tired and they tend to slow up. They tend to take profits, and the bears tend to step back a little bit and let the bulls come in and work. Problem is, that's what we thought would happen the last multiple weeks, and it hasn't happened. It's just steady, nonstop, unrelenting bear sell pressure over and over and over again. It's very, very trying times. It's very difficult to get a read on what this market's doing other than failing, and failing miserably. It's not just Bitcoin, it's all of them. Aside from a couple, all of them. I believe coin market cap tracks 25 million tokens right now. Knock that down 90%. Obviously, most of them aren't real. We'll call it 25,000 tokens. Even of those 25,000, 24,750 of them are terrible. Of those 250, about 225 of them look bad. Of those 25 that are left after that, about 5 of them look good. That's how bad things are right now. We actually have a tracker in our Discord that takes a poll of all the coins on particular assets, all the coins on particular exchanges that have the most coins on them. It's usually about 1,000, the top 1,000 coins. We have a list that it goes through and automatically does TA on them and gives us a score, 1 through 7, of how good or how bad they are. There aren't many 7s. In fact, there are only a couple 7s and mostly all short. Short 7, short 7, short 7, short 7, meaning it's a horribly ass market, right? Now, typically, those have been the best times to buy, but the problem is buying a falling knife is a horrible idea. It just about never works out. And I'm sorry about that, but it's just the facts, all right? No matter what, you can't go jumping into the fire and expect it not to get burned. So please be careful with all this. While we do have shorts piling in, there should be a place here for the longs, but I don't see it just yet, all right? Bitcoin dominance continues to slowly fight its way back up here. And I'll pull it up on a daily chart. Bitcoin dominance is the measure of the amount of money in Bitcoin as opposed to everything else, right? And as we see here, she continues to fight back up toward this orange line that goes all the way back to 2020 and 2021. And it wicked off of it just 2 days ago, yesterday, through a nice red candle and said, hey, we might get some green. Psych!
Gotcha, bitch.
There'll be no green. There'll be no green. I actually need to turn down this jazz a little bit. There we go. A little less Chaz. I can hear it in my headphones. That means it's a little much. So if I look at all the moving averages, she's over everything but the 200, which is up there. Pivots, she's over everything but the R3, which was up here at this spike. Ichimoku Cloud, she's 4 out of 4 green. Not so good for us. As long as money keeps coming into Bitcoin and dominance goes down, as long as dominance goes up and the price goes down, we're dicked. We're dicked. That's all there is to it. It means money's pouring out of altcoins faster than it's pouring out of Bitcoin. That's bad. All while Bitcoin is having a pour out as well. Put one out for the homies. It looks bad. All right. So again, this is still bullish. And as long as this is bullish and the price goes down, we're in trouble. About the weekly. Boy, what was a good weekly just a couple days ago is now bearish engulfing and pointing downward. Rough, brutal price action. It only gets worse. It doesn't seem to ever get better. As long as we continue to crab walk like this, we're in trouble. But kick it out to weekly here for a second so you can see this. Technically, it's still on support. See that? Back to December last year. Price has basically done nothing the entire year now. This is the same price we were at the beginning of the year. This year's yearly Bitcoin returns. Want to know what they are? Let's pull up January 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. January 1st. For the year, Bitcoin is up 12%. Congratulations, your S&P index fund outperformed Bitcoin. This is what I was worried about when we hollered and screamed, oh man, I can't wait till we get mass adoption and blah, blah, blah. Wrong.
Wrong. Wrong. Wrong. Wrong. Wrong.
I begged people. Don't fall for the narratives. It's not going to help. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's just a wall of sales. 11 to 12% on the year is ass terrible for Bitcoin. It's ass terrible. And y'all know that. You could have just bought MicroStrategy and been better off. Isn't that crazy? It is. So, technically, as long as it's on support, it's okay. It's not as bad as it thinks out to be. Problem? Look at the monthly chart. This is about as ugly as a monthly chart as you can get. 4 months, no new high. Still on support, but no bounce off support. Touching the monthly AEMA, but no bounce off of it. Stuck between a rock and a hard place here. This is about as bearish of a formation as you can see. Look at that RSI. Looks like it's rolling over. Look at that MACD. Converging downward. Pivots. Right directly on R1. You never even challenged R3 up here. Never even challenged it. Pushed at R2 and then faded back instantly. You never even challenged R3. So, what are we to suspect? Well, I'm to suspect this is going to continue to get ugly. I don't see anything here otherwise to prove it to me that this is going to be any better unless we get an amazing close tomorrow. A little deeper on the weekly here. Failure of the 821 EMA. You're back to R1 on the weekly. Again, on support technically. Got to admit that. And the 50 moving average is still there if it wants to try to catch the 50 and hang on. It's got to the end of the year to do that. But again, slim pickings. The month of October was an absolute unequivocal no. Last stream, there was a little bit of hope, but I warned you, hey man, this thing can turn ugly real fast. And it did. Even posted the video after. And another thing is, hardly anybody looks at the video on X and repost them repost them constantly on X. Hardly anybody's looking at them. So that tells me people don't even care. A lot of people have given up. It's wild, man. Wild times we're in. So we're also failing the 200 moving average, which is a basic bear bull filter. The last couple times it did this, it bounced back over. Believe what you want. It's still on support. Tough call, but it's very, very, very risky right now. And as such, I got to back off and wait. Sucks because I buy and then it goes up. I buy as it goes up. Snap your fingers, immediately reverses. Fake out over and over and over and over. Fake outs constantly. The whole year has been a fake out. Isn't that crazy? The entire 2025 for Bitcoin has been a fake out, aside from about a month and a half. 10.5 months of fake out. Isn't that crazy? There you go. That's what happens, I guess, when you ask the government to come in and help. Learn your lesson from the American Indians. The government ain't here to help, folks. All there ever will be to it. Maybe one day everyone will listen. I doubt it. All right, XRP. I don't own any XRP now. So, all right. What looked fairly good? Good buy pressure. A weekly candle jumping up with an engulfing? Wrong.
Wrong.
She's come right back on the other side and laid over. Weekly is threatening to close underneath the 50 moving average now. That's bearish. Daily, you broke the 200.
Wrong.
She rolled right back over and quit. Bang, bang, bang. 4 days of sell pressure and you're worse off than you were. All gains erased. Gone. Sucks, right? I know. I was trying to get on this wave too. Is what it is. But you know, if you know what you hodl, what do you care, right? Anyway, back to reality. Monthly is about to close underneath the 8 EMA. Brutal. If you close underneath that 8 EMA, you risk going to the 21 EMA, which is all the way down at 185, which is back to the May 2021 high, which is likely to happen at some point. So, again, things look pretty grim on the home front over here for everything, including the greatest digital asset ever created. Cinnamon in my coffee. You guys know what I'm talking about. Does it matter how much bullish news you have if the price doesn't go up? Exactly. I've been saying that for years and people haven't listened yet, so maybe one day you'll catch on. I don't think so, but maybe one day you'll catch on. Nonetheless, XRP threatening to head toward the cloud here on the weekly. Your lag line's threatening to fall under the candles. Careful here. It's dancing sideways, but it's looking rough. Pivot points are under everything except the pivot. R1, 2, and 3, it's all failed. You can see the clear-cut downtrend that we've got right there. It just hasn't made a new high. It just hasn't. It keeps trying and failing. Keeps trying and failing. It also, we talked about this resistance line here on the last stream, and guess what? It's exactly what happened.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. It's exactly what happened. She ran right to resistance, snap your fingers, reverse back down. Womp, 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 womp. I'm not going to say it.
Bloody fuck you, bloody.
That's what XRP did to you.
Come on, man.
Nope. Sorry.
Wrong.
Back down she goes. Nothing you can do now except watch and wait, especially if you're the kind of person who just keeps buying all the time. Now, here's a couple other things. RSI, trying to hang on here. I don't know why I drew that. I guess I'm trying to say it's got some bullish divergence here. It's possible. But it's still nominal. It's really no help at 40. MACD, yeah, man, you're rolling back over and converging downward under the midline. That's bearish. Ichimoku cloud for the daily, marching sideways. No help. Pivot points, you're about to fail S3, which is the last line of support for more down. As you see, that's a very bearish pattern. Nothing good to say here. You need something drastic to change. I doubt we get it. Sucks. Sucks, man. How you guys think I feel coming on here and reporting bad news constantly? It's been a whole year of shit show. I mean, it sucks, man. Really, really sucks to be me. Fuck. Sorry. I just got to keep it real. I can't be the guy who comes on here and lies, man. I can't be the guy that comes on here and fills you with hopium. Oh, how about Western Union going with Solana instead of XRP?
Bruh. Gotcha, bitch.
Ooh, that sucks. Speaking of that, you know, hey, Solana gets the bid over XRP for Western Union. I know, after all that hype. But has that helped Solana?
Wrong.
No, it has not. All she's done is failed. Now, technically, you're still back testing the breakout that you had just the other day. But I'm going to warn you, you're breaking out You're testing the breakout with a new low. That's not going to fly, folks. It looks like this is going to fail. Now, that being said, remove this trend line because people argue that trend lines are subjective, and I'm trying to measure people's sentiment. But why, Keith? I don't care why. I've said that a zillion times. People don't listen. It's incredible, the discussions that you get into with people who always know better than you. But they only do hindsight analysis. Nothing but failure here for Solana. You're losing the pivot lines. You're right at the 200 moving average. So one could argue this is slightly better than others. And again, you have some support there. It's a big support box going all the way back to February. This one's performed better than Bitcoin. Isn't that wild? Now we can look at that real fast. Bitcoin's done about 11% this year. Let's see where October, November, December, January. January. Actually, it looks like Solana's down for the year. Boom, 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 boom. To right there, January. Yep, you are minus 5% on the year for Solana. Biggest bull run ever was what I was told.
Come on, man. Bruh.
We was lied to. Yeah, man, it's a shit show out here. I hate it for everybody. I really, really, really do. I did not expect the year after having to be shit. Sorry, I didn't expect that. It's the first time that we've ever had a bad year after having. I just didn't see that coming. And that's on me. You know what I mean? It's on me. Is what it is, man. Got to pick up the pieces and try to move on. I know I got to try to pick up the pieces and move on. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to try. From the lows to the top here, you can also see that we tried to get back over the 236 fib, which would have been a good breakout, but we failed. And now that we failed, we're back into our zones between the 236 and the 382 daily here. It's just stuck in a channel now. It's going to have to try to break out of this channel, which it could do. But again, don't get your hopes up. With the way price action looks right now, it's just more down and more sideways. Like Eric just said right there in the X chat, a year of consolidation. Excellent. That's exactly what we needed, isn't it? Which sets up another potential year of consolidation, right? You know, here's the other kicker. Talked about this a lot, man. Not just for Solana, but others. That's all I got for Solana, by the way. Not just for Solana, but for others too. You could argue that after this bull run, if we consolidate for a whole nother year, dude, oh, that's brutal. Because that puts us rebuying over here all the way out in January. That goes sideways and just does this shit for a whole year. Imagine how brutal that would be. I mean, everybody's just going to be sitting and waiting and sitting and waiting and sitting and waiting. And you don't even get a good discount to rebuy. Here's the other kicker. If you notice this, we're still over the trend here weekly. This is the bottom of the bear market, right? And this is the top of this bull run, which was mostly Bitcoin, Binance Coin, and a couple others. Yeah, you can see here that, let's look at the yearly on this one, February, January, December 30th, bam. Yeah, we're plus 9% total market cap for the year. Ha! Big gains, brother. Pockets on bust. Y'all remember that? We used to say that back in the day. Pockets on swell. Stupid now. But nonetheless, we consolidate for another year, dude. It's going to be brutal. If we fail this trend line, it'll be even more brutal. And honestly, I kind of expect that to happen. It's happened every bull market and bear market before. As you can see, trends tend to get broken. But didn't happen last time, right? Didn't happen last time. We didn't have that big 2025 like we thought we were going to have, did we, Keith? Correct, we didn't. I really thought we would get more. We didn't. It was very, very, very disappointing. I thought the top would come at the end of the year like it has in other cycles, but nope, it didn't even make it to November this time. It topped out in October, which really sucks. It's January right there, November right there, and now we're kind of going backwards in revisionist history. Now it's October. Perhaps next time it'll be September. And honestly, we only really had a 3-month bull run for everything aside from Bitcoin and a few. Blame it on whatever you want to blame it on, meme coins or celebrity meme coin rug pulls or whatever you'd like. But more so the point is, hey man, it was just shit price action across the board aside from a few. That being said, let's pull up Binance coin. This is one of the few that had a hell of a run. I've got fib time zones pulled on this one. Binance's returns for the year. Let's have a look at that. Be a little bit better than Bitcoin. So January 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Binance's yearly returns are 51%. Not bad. That outperformed Bitcoin by 38 to 39%. That's pretty darn good. Better than most, honestly. But on a side note, Binance coin, even after outperforming Bitcoin, lower high, fell in the 50, the 8, and the 21 moving averages. Looking rough, looking rough. Matosha says, how much percent from bear market lows for BNB? From bear market lows, let's go look. All right, from bear market lows, we are up 422% from the bear market to the top for BNB. And to show you how it's performed versus others, I'll put it against XRP here. You can kind of see for yourself that market lows for XRP. You find the bottom here. That's the bottom right there. Actually, the bottom's over here. 2023 is right there. So from the bottom, XRP outperformed Bitcoin 600% right now from the absolute bottom in the bottom of 2022. From the buy zone over here that we got, because you kind of sat sideways through all of this. It's going to be a rough number right there, but right at about the same amount as BNB, at about 400+%. BTC went from 15,000 to 130,000. So whatever percent that is. Let's go look. From there, it went up 700%, but has since faded back. You're at 580% right now. So 1,000 would have been 5,850. Yeah, so if you expected anything other than Bitcoin and a few others to be the winners, you were flat out wrong. While some had some runs, most didn't. Most just fluttered sideways and down and continued to get their dick hole smashed. That's the worst part. It looks like 95% of these won't come back. And that really, really sucks. I would have hoped that the market didn't dilute as bad as it did, but it did. Ethereum was another really sorry performer for this year. Let's look back to January 1st. Right now, from January 1st to where we are now, Ethereum is up 11% on the year. Ballin'. That's them big dog gains you were promised, right? Nope, didn't come, did they? And as a matter of fact, Ethereum's still sitting on support right here. But I'm going to warn you, this is one giant head and shoulders waiting to fail. Be very, very careful with what you're doing here. I see a new low right here forming, which means it's going to dig into support even harder. We'll see if this support can hang on. It's down 5% today. It's down 12% on the week. It's down 22% on the month. Brutal, brutal price action for Ethereum. Again, even if you were told, hey man, Bitcoin and Ethereum and then everything else, well, fucking Ethereum's only made 10% this year. Sucks, right? Yeah, sucks, dude. It's got the possibility of a healthy retrace into a nice bump at the road at the end of the year. Sure, it does have the possibility. But if we live in probabilities, it's looking rough. I've been working on a 3-minute scalp system, 2,500 for the indicator template. Nice. ETH BTC is downtrending as well. That's correct. ETH's failing faster than Bitcoin's failing. It's all shit price action, brother. All shit price action. So rather than keep telling you how bad it is, we'll stick to 30 minutes. There's no point in going through altcoins and showing you how bad they are. I already went through XRP and Solana XRP, Solana, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. I showed you the monthly. I showed you the weekly. It all looks grim. It all looks not as bad as it can be, but rough. It can get worse. Don't think it can't get worse. I keep saying let's have a better day today than we did tomorrow. It's more so to uplift everyone and let you know everything's going to be all right. It's just money. Let's not lose it. Let's not lose it up here over money, okay? So I want to thank you all for being here. I appreciate every single one of you coming on and watching. We had about 400 people watching today. That's better than I thought. We only had about 200 last time. So good improvement. I'd like to get 500 to 1,000 per stream, but you're asking for a lot these days, in my opinion. So you could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here with me. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's make the best of our days. Our todays the worst of our tomorrows. Let's have a better day today and tomorrow and moving forward. And last but not least, if no one else told you, Keith will tell you. Keith loves you. I mean it. I'm sorry I have to be the one to come on here and report bad news. It's my job no matter what, all right? I just keep it real with you guys. It's all I know how to do. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all again on Tuesday. Sorry everything's shit. I wish it was better. Thank y'all for being here. I'm out, man. Sky's the limit. Peace.